Hi everybody, and welcome to my session for Teachit Languages around promoting an inclusive approach with tips on accessibility using technology in the languages classroom. My name is Joe Dell. I'm a former languages teacher. I taught French for 13 years, 3 years at secondary school level and 10 years at middle school level on the Isle of Wight, which is where I live. And for the last 12 years or so, I've been an independent languages consultant. Before the pandemic, I would travel all over the world speaking at conferences and running training on how technology can enhance language learning. And since the pandemic, I've been doing most of my work through webinars as well as the odd face-to-face session, which I've been absolutely loving. You'll see that I have closed captions on the screen. That's because I am using Zoom at the moment to share my screen, but I'm also recording the session using a third-party tool called Camtasia. I could have used Loom or Screencastify, but the reason I'm doing that is because you can have live captions in the Zoom session, but then when you record the session in Zoom, the live captions don't appear, so that's why I'm doing that and why I explained it to you, because I thought this is appropriate considering we're talking about accessibility using technology. You'll see if I move the subtitles out of the way, my Twitter handle is there. I'm at Joe Dell on Twitter. I now have over 34,000 followers on Twitter, which is a little bit crazy if you think about it, but I have been on Twitter since 2007. Do get in touch if you'd like to contact me, send me a direct message or ask me to retweet something for you. That's absolutely fine. Likewise, my email address is joedell@talk21.com as well, so feel free to get in touch with me after this session, and I really hope that you find it useful. You'll see the odd typo or the odd funny comment coming up on the subtitles, but that's just part of the course. There we are. Okay, so let's go on to the first slide in the presentation. You can see here I'll be talking about a range of different tools, very practical as normal. We'll be looking at Naturalreader, Immersive Reader, Microsoft Lens, Word Online, transcription and closed captioning in PowerPoint, plus a few other things as well. So a little bit more about me. If you're really interested on this, you can press the pause button and then read all about the things I've been doing in the last few years. But I know what you're really interested in is the practical ideas. So let's start with these. So you can see what I've done is for the forthcoming slides, I have talked about the different features that are available with the different tools I'll be talking about. So the first tool we're looking at is called Naturalreader, or naturalreaders.com is the website. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to come out of the presentation like this, and I'm actually going to take you straight to the website. So it looks like this. And as you can see here, it says go to online reader. Now, Naturalreader is available as the online reader, the website. It's available as a Chrome extension, and for tablet users or phone users, you can have the iOS and the Android app as well. So it does really work on all devices, which is fantastic for accessibility and promoting independent learning. So we'll go to this page here. I have to log in. It recognizes my text automatically. It's remembered the text that I put in there before, so that's wonderful. What I'm going to do is just delete that and show you what it looks like from scratch. What I've done is I've actually taken an article from Le Monde here, which is today's paper, and I'm now literally just highlighting the text, right-clicking, clicking copy, going back to the online reader and pasting it in like that. There we are. So the first thing that you do once you've pasted in the text is you have to click say here, and you choose the voice that you want. You can see I've got French loaded up here, so I'm going to choose Paul. And once you've done that, you can then press play like this. Now a classic mistake. What I need to do is highlight the text and then press play.
La canicule prendra fin progressivement lundi 20 juin dans le pays, prévoit Météo France, qui a placé 10 départements en vigilance orange.
Okay, now it does sound a little bit robotic, the voice, but it's not too bad as a model for pronunciation. Now you can see at the bottom here, you've also got a transcript appearing, which is fantastic. If you click here, you can choose the speed. So if I want to go more quickly, like that, sort of standard, there we are, it should be, there you go, that's the standard speed. Let's see what that sounds like.
La canicule prendra fin progressivement lundi 20 juin dans le pays.
So there we are, and obviously you can go faster or slower. So that's really nice, I think, from that point of view. If I move my thumbnail there out of the way, you can see there are some other options. If I want to turn off the closed captions, I can click here, like that. If I want to copy the text here to my clipboard and paste it underneath, I can do that as well. If you click on the save option, it doesn't seem to do anything, so maybe I've done something wrong. Oh no, okay, the text file has been saved. Okay, so you can save it as a text file as well if you wanted to. If I click on the A option here, I can change the text size. like that. That's quite nice. You can choose the text spacing like that as well. You can have the dyslexia font if you want to, which is obviously going to help dyslexia readers. If you turn that off and then click on the three dots here, you can see there are lots of other different options as well. There is the convert to MP3 option, but it's a paid for feature, and there's a few other features here that you can have a look at as well in your own time. So that's how Naturalreader works. Now if I go to the actual website again that I was just in, called Le Monde, what I can do now is show you how the Chrome extension works. So I've got the Chrome extension installed, and that means I can now select some text, right click, and click where it says read selection. Okay, that will then produce, there we are, that produces a little player that's here, and I can now press play and listen to the text read back to me like this.
La canicule prendra fin progressivement lundi 20 juin dans le pays, prévoit Météo France.
Okay, so that's another way of doing this. You don't need the online reader, you can just use the Chrome extension. If I click on the plus icon here, you can see that there are some different options. So if I scroll down, I've got English UK here. I can keep going down. I've got Spanish, I've got French, I've got German, Italian. You've got lots and lots of different languages there as well. And again, you've got the more settings option here. You've got the other options here, some of which are part of the premium package. So this is just giving you a little flavor of how Naturalreader works. Okay, fantastic. Let's go back to my presentation, go to slideshow, and here we are. Okay, so as I said, it works on all devices. There's the online reader, there's the Chrome extension. It works on iOS and Android as well. You can read any text on a web page or as a PDF as well if you want to. You can choose different voices, the reading speed, the text size, the spacing, and if you want to have the dyslexia font as well if you want to. Okay, so let's go to the next tool, which is Immersive Reader. This is probably my favorite reader that exists that I'm aware of. It's really fantastic. It comes with lots of Microsoft tools such as Word, OneNote, Edge Browser, Microsoft Lens, Teams, Flipgrid and Wakelet. There's also an unofficial Chrome extension which I'm going to show you in a moment called Use Immersive Reader with Websites. And you've got some other features here as well. But as before, let's just go for it and see how it actually works in practice. So let's click Exit Slideshow. Let's go back to the article I wanted to copy like that. Go to Word, should I say, not go back to Word, go to Word, and I'm just going to do Control V to paste in the text. Okay, so I pasted the text in, and then what I do is I go to the View menu, and you see that Immersive Reader is here. So if I click on Immersive Reader, what happens is it comes up like this, and it should recognize the language automatically. I don't have to choose the language, which is a really nice feature. Oh, really nice feature, I think. Let's move that out of the way and go to the beginning and click play.
La canicule prendra fin progressivement lundi 20 juin dans le pays, prévoit Météo France, qui a placé 10 départements en vigilance.
Now the Zoom subtitles are going crazy because it thinks I'm speaking in English, but of course I'm not. This lovely lady here is speaking in French. So if I go to the voice settings, as before, I can do some different things. I can choose the voice speed, I can go slower, like this.
Vigilance orange aux orages. Au total, 21 départements sont concernés par une vigilance orange. 11 du 7 restes sont maintenus en niveau orange pour
Sounds a bit drunk there, but never mind.
Jura,
You can go on to the male voice.
Saône-et-Loire, Allier, Puy-de-Dôme, Cantal, Haute-Loire.
There we are. So that's really, really nice, I think, straight out of the box compared to, say, Naturalreader. But also, in addition to this, what you can do is the following. You can click on the A option, which is text preferences. That will allow you to do things like increase the spacing if you want to. You can choose different fonts. If you're a big fan of Calibri or Sitka or Comic Sans, you can do that. You can change the themes here as well. So if you like to have a yellow background, that could be helpful for dyslexic readers, or have a blue background, etc. That's fantastic. So that is the text preferences. If you then go to here, the grammar options, this is also really fantastic. So if I choose all the different parts of speech, as you can see on the screen, it will show me which words are nouns, verbs, adjectives and adverbs. I can also click on the show labels option, and you can see here it says ADJ over publier, or noun for lundi, etc. So that's also really useful for word order and text analysis, for independent practice, promoting autonomy, etc. You can even turn on the syllables option as well, and that will actually break down the words into different syllables, which is wonderful. Another option in Immersive Reader is this one called the reading preferences. You can choose line focus if you want to have just one line at a time. In the olden days, we used to use a ruler, didn't we, underneath each line, but why not use the digital version of doing the same thing? You can also show 3 lines at the same time like that. The idea being that if you show the whole text, for some students they might feel overwhelmed by the text, or if they are dyslexic, then they might find that the words are sort of jumping around on the screen in front of them. So having that one line focus could be very, very helpful. Another idea which could be very helpful as well, I think, is the picture dictionary. So if I show you how that works, if I, for example, go up to the top and I hover over a word like le pays and click on it, you can see that you get these little images which could help you understand what the text is all about. Likewise, if I go to here, you can see that I've got a picture here for stormy weather, and you see how it works. Okay, so that's also really useful, I think, from the point of view of being able to support learners who maybe need a bit more support in relation to them understanding the text. Now, if I click on other words, such as this one, you can see that the word has come up. There isn't a picture, but I can listen back to what that sounds like if it's pronounced like this.
Département.
For example, or let's go for another one.
Vigilance.
Perfect. So that actual example, vigilance and département, those are both cognates, but the children might try to pronounce them in an English way, but of course they want to know the in this case, the French pronunciation. Okay, let's go back to this option here, the reading options, and you can see there's also the translate option. So if I choose the language I want to translate this into, for example, as we've got a French text, let's go for English. So you can see you've even got different varieties here. So I'm going to choose United Kingdom, and I've got the by word option selected. So here, for example, if I click on this option here, you can see that it's translated orage into storm. So that's really nice, the way that you can translate individual words. Or for canicule, you can see that it's pronouncing it. It's translating its heat wave, and can even listen to the translation as well, like this.
Heat wave.
There we are. And in the French,
canicule.
Okay, and if we want to translate the whole document, we just select document like that, and it will now translate the whole document as much as it can into English, which is really great to see. So Immersive Reader is fantastic, but you do need to have an Office 365 subscription for it to work. But you'll be pleased to hear that there is a Chrome extension called Use Immersive Reader with Websites, and I'm going to show you how that one works right now. So let's go to this article again, just get rid of this little page here, and this time what I'm going to do is highlight the text. So this will work on any web page. Right click and then go to where it says help me read this. Help me read this. That will come up if you have the Chrome extension installed. So if I click help me read this, you'll see what's going to happen now. It's exactly the same as before, but you don't need to have an Office 365 account for this to work. So let's have a quick play and see how it works.
La canicule prendra fin progressivement lundi 20 juin.
There we are, and it's working in exactly the same way. So that's a really, really nice tip. It is an unofficial Chrome extension. It's not by Microsoft, but it does work. So do check that out as well. Okay, so let's carry on with the presentation and go from there. Okay, so that's Immersive Reader, which is a Microsoft tool, which is absolutely fabulous for accessibility. The next thing I'm going to show you is also a Microsoft tool. This one's called Microsoft Lens. It's a mobile app. It works on iOS and on Android, and it lets you take a photo of text on paper or handwriting and convert it to digitized text. So let me show you how this one works. To do this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a new share, and I'm actually going to bring up my iPad on the screen. So I'm going to click on the share option here, like this, and there we are. As you can see, this page then comes up, and then on my iPad, what I have to do is I have to pull down bottom right to bring up what's called the control panel, tap on the mirroring option, choose my iPad. It says Zoom Joe for this to work, and then in a moment, there we are, you can see my screen like that. So that's perfect. And so what I'm going to do now is launch Microsoft Lens, which I've actually got here at the bottom here. Okay, so I'm now, as you can see, I've got on the screen, I've got some text. It's a nice little postcard I've got here, and I'm now going to press the white shutter button to take the picture, and you can see that I've got the document option selected. So if I press this right now, it takes a picture. You can see that you've got little handles appearing automatically around the picture, which is fantastic. And I'm now going to tap confirm. So this could be really useful, for example, digitizing worksheets. So a paper worksheet, and turn it into a digital version. So if I now tip confirm, like that, there it is. It's flattened the image as well, which is great. I could tap on add, and I could do multiple scans and export them all as one PDF if I wanted to, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to tap the done option. Okay, so for example, if I wanted to turn this into a PDF, I could just tap on the PDF option and then share that however I wanted to share it. But what I wanted to show you here is actually the way I can tap on the Word option here, and what that will do now is it will turn my scan into a Word document. So we're just waiting for that to finish. There we are, there it is. This has now come up here. It's now loading up the, there we are, it's loading up the Word document, and you can see that I've got the text there, which is digital. I can now, for example, I wanted to delete the letter T there, I can do that. And if I scroll down, you can see that all the text is there, plus the original photo as well. So that's absolutely fantastic, and that's how it works. So if I now go back to my, there we are, to here, and I tap the X option, then I can then start again, and away we go. So that's how you can easily scan a paper worksheet and turn it into a digitized version. You can also, having scanned it, you can also tap on the Immersive Reader option. Let's see if we can do that right now. Tap confirm, tap done, and you'll see it says Immersive Reader at the bottom there. So I tap on Immersive Reader, and then it should allow me to run Immersive Reader as well. Let's just see what's going to happen. So it's processing it. There it is. Okay, so it's made a slight mistake on the gracias bit, but you can see that I can press play.
ETHs.
There we are.
Thank you. Messy.
Okay, so what it's doing is it's thinking the whole thing is in English, but if it was all in the same language, then it would recognize the language. So there we are. That's how that works. Perfect. So let me do a new share and go back to my main screen and click share. Okay, there we are. Perfect. So that's hopefully giving you a good understanding of how Microsoft Lens works and how you can use it in the languages classroom. Okay, lovely. Let's carry on. Okay, now we're going to have a look at Google Keep. So Google Keep is a tool I use all the time on a daily basis for note-taking. It works on all devices, so there's the web-based version, there's the Chrome extension, it works as an app as well on iOS and on Android. You can upload an image containing text, including handwriting, and you can use the grab image text feature, which I'm going to show you in a second. So let's have a look at how that one works. If I click Exit Slideshow, and I go to Google Keep, which it so happens I've got open. This is a screenshot of that slide, so it's an image. It's not this is not editable text. It's an image. So to turn this into editable text, a little bit like what I did with Microsoft Lens a moment ago, I click on the three dots here, and you can see it says Grab Image Text. So I click Grab Image Text, and it's done it already. It does it very, very quickly, and you can see there is the editable version of this. So I can, for example, get rid of, let's say, the letter S there, put it back, etc., etc. So this is brilliant as a great way of grabbing image text. This works on the app as well, and it works exactly the same way on the app. You just scan the image. In fact, I'm going to show you that in a second, but also I want to show you this, the three dots. You can click on the Copy to Google Docs option here. That will now open up a Google Docs page. There we are. Click Open Doc. There it is, and you can see the image is there, and then the text is underneath. So if you wanted to do that as well, that's another great thing that you could do. Okay, so as I said, I'm going to show you now how the Google Keep works on the app. So to do that, I'm going to share my screen again. There we are. So I'm just going to come to here. I'm going to click on the new share option again as before, and choose iPhone, iPad, click share, and there we are. So just as before, exactly the same process. I launch the control panel, I tap on the screen mirroring option, and this should now load straight away. Fingers crossed. Here we are. Okay, so now I'm going to launch Google Keep, and you can see that this is a blank note, and I'm going to click on the plus icon here, and I'm going to click Take Photo. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, this is literally the back of an envelope, so I'm just going to try and write, while holding the iPad, I'm going to try and write, this is this, oh, let's start again. Right, okay, so this is a test. Okay, there we are. Can you see? So I'm going to take a photo of that in Google Keep, tap Use Photo. There we are. And then I have to then tap on the picture like this, tap the 3 dots, and it says Grab Image Text. So I tap Grab Image Text. I hope this works. And then what should now happen? It's done it. Fantastic. Can you see? So it's recognized my handwriting, and it's put this is text underneath. So I could do exactly the same thing as before. I can tap on the 3 dots. I can tap Make a Copy. I can delete it. Yeah, that's absolutely fantastic. I'm really delighted that worked. Okay, lovely. So let's go on to New Share and go to Screen 1 and click Share. You'll all be trying this at home now, I know. Okay, there we are. Lovely. So let's go back to the presentation, which is here, and move me out the way a bit. Click Slideshow, and let's carry on. So as you can see, Google Keep is wonderful for being able to grab image text, as well as other things such as making to-do lists and what have you, but particularly in relation to this, grabbing image text, it works not only with written text, but also with handwritten text as well. Okay, let's carry on. Okay, I'm now going to show you the transcription and dictation option in Microsoft Word Online. Okay, so you can see again, you've got all these different features here. Let me just show you live how it works. So if I click here, exit slideshow, it so happens I've got Word open like this. Let's go back to here. There we are, and we'll get rid of this the text here, and we'll click on the home option. There we are, and you can see here it says dictate, and if I click here it also says transcribe. So with that in mind, if I click on the transcribe option, what I can do is I can first of all, if I just get rid of that there, I can you can see how this is an example I've done earlier. So let me just get rid of that. There we are, and let's get rid of that and start again. So I go to here and I click transcribe. Okay, right, so let's click on new transcription. There we are, that's what I wanted. Okay, so I can either upload audio, so I could record, let's say using a tool like Vocaroo or Online Voice Recorder, record the audio as an MP3 file and then upload it. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to click on the Start Recording option. Now you'll see here it says English United States. So if I choose another language, for example French from France, then I can now click Start Recording and then say, for example, last weekend I went to the cinema like this. Le week-end dernier, je suis allé au cinéma. Right, I've just paused the recording. I can then reflect and then carry on. Click Save and Transcribe now. I'm just doing something really quickly and easily, just show how it works, and it's done it already. Can you see? Superb. Now, if I click here, it says Add to Document. I can choose to just add the text with speakers. If you've got more than one speaker, it should recognize the speakers, which is amazing. You can have the timestamps and with speakers and timestamps. So I'm going to choose the latter, the last one, should I say, and there it is. I can also click on this link. I can download the audio if I wanted to, and I've got a lovely transcription, which is just incredible. Now, in relation to the dictation option, this time what I'm going to do, let's get rid of that. I can click on the dictate option like this, and it's now recognizing my voice. Okay, you can see it's recognized it's in English, and it's allowing me to write some text on the screen, and there we are. It's stopped listening to me right now, so I'm going to click on the cog option, and you can see it's recognized I was supposedly speaking in English US. Anyway, that was working. If I click on this right now, let's move it out of the way. If I click on this right now, then I can change it to say French. Let's see if this works now. If I click Save, get rid of the text like that, and then click on the microphone and go for it. So, le week-end dernier, je suis allé au cinéma. Perfect. So now it's transcribing I'm dictating using my voice, obviously, and it's turning my voice into text. So again, for modeling pronunciation, for accessibility, for creating a transcript of what you're saying, this is fantastic. Now the equivalent in Google Docs, which also works in Google Slides as well, is what's called voice typing. So let me show you how that works. So if I go to the tools menu and I go to voice typing, there's also a keyboard shortcut, which is Control-Shift-S or Command-Shift-S on a Mac. I click voice typing and I click the microphone like this. You have to give permission for Chrome to access the microphone first, or the Google Docs to access the microphone. Here we go. So this is an example of using voice typing in Google Docs. Okay, so that's worked really nicely. If I click on English UK, I can choose, as you can see, another language. So I'm going to choose French, which is, there we are here. And here we go. Le week-end dernier, je suis allé au cinéma. And it's done a really, really good job. You can even say things like new paragraph and full stop and question mark and things like that, and that will work as well. You don't have the transcribe option in the same way that you do in Word, but what you can do is if you have, say, a phone or an iPad or what have you, playing an audio source, which could be, for example, a YouTube clip, into the microphone with Google Docs voice typing enabled, then it will then make a sort of transcript. It won't be as accurate compared to what I've just shown you in Word, but it does work. Okay, so that's voice typing in Google Docs and dictate and transcribe in Microsoft Word Online. It works in the online version. Okay, let's carry on. And also with the Microsoft transcription and dictation, you get up to 300 minutes per month, which is plenty, I would imagine, for you to do. Okay. Okay. So voice typing I've just talked about. That's fantastic. And let's go to the next one. Okay. Closed captioning in PowerPoint. This is the last one I'm going to show you. And this is a really, really good one to finish on. So I'm going to click Exit Slideshow like that. I'm going to go to PowerPoint, and you can see what I've got here is just the same slide that you was just seeing, but it's actually an image. And what you do is you go to Slideshow like this, and you go to where it says Always Use Subtitles. So you click on this here, and you choose the spoken language. So I'm speaking in English UK, and then for the subtitle language, you can choose another language. So I'm going to choose French. But you could choose obviously any language that is here, and then you choose where you want the transcription, sorry, the subtitles to appear, below, above, etc. And so I'm going to go for below, and then all you have to do now is simply from the beginning or from current slide, and you can see now that what is happening is I am having my voice turned into French automatically. So that's really nice, I think. I'll keep speaking just to see if there are any major errors, but it seems to be doing a good job. Lovely. Okay, let me come out of the presentation there, and this time I'm just going to go to here and show you another suggestion, which is here, the subtitle language. You can actually choose Ukrainian. Now I showed this to a group of European teachers recently in a course I was doing in Dublin. People from Germany and from Italy and from Spain and other places around Europe, and they were having Ukrainian refugees coming in, and they thought this was a great idea. So let me show you how this works. So if I click on from current slide, now I can speak in English, and what it is doing, as you can see, is turning my voice automatically with the subtitles in Ukrainian. So it could be that you're using PowerPoint in this way as a way of promoting accessibility with Ukrainian refugees who have joined your class. So delighted that worked. Okay, so let me come out of the presentation like that, go back to my presentation here in Google Slides, lots of things happening here, and we're now coming to the end. So I really hope that you found the session useful. This is the last slide. My name is Joe Dale, my contact details are there. Do get in touch if there's any further advice you'd like around the promotion of an inclusive approach with tips on accessibility using technology in the languages classroom, or anything to do with technology in the languages classroom as well. I really do hope that you found this useful, and thank you to Teachit Languages for this opportunity. Stay safe and keep well. Bye for now.